Hey again, welcome back to Coding with Drew. In this video, we're going to learn how to combine our conditional statements in Bash. Let's get started. Bash, like many other languages, allows you to use the ampersand operator to evaluate two or more conditions. And if they're both true, it'll exit with a zero. So it says the whole statement is true. But if one or both are false, it exits with a non-zero, so a one as false. You can also use the or statement, which says if either condition is true, then the whole thing evaluates to true. So let's look at an example. The first thing that we need to do is create three files. So we're going to create file, let's echo one into file1.txt. All right, let's do that. Then we're going to do echo 2.txt. And we're going to do it one more time, echo 3 into file3.txt. All right. Now that we've done that, let's touch a new file and call it logic.sh. Let's give it permissions, and then let's open it in our Visual Studio Code. All right. So it's open. So the first thing we always do, shebang, bin/bash. And now we're going to create three variables or parameters. A equals $, parentheses, and now remember, you got to give it some breathing room, cat file1 txt. And I'm going to do this fancy thing where I press Option Shift down, down, and I've created the same thing 3 times, and I'm just going to make 2 edits. So 2, and call this one B, and then I'm going to go to this one, call it 3, and C. All right, so that was pretty easy. Now let's make an if statement that will help us determine if any one of these 3 files are the same. We're going to delete the third file. If they are different, we don't want to delete them. So let's write some code to make this happen. If, give it some breathing room, $B equals $C. Now we're using an equal sign and not the dash EQ. And this is because the dash EQ wouldn't apply here because we're not comparing integers. Even though there are numbers in there, we're catting it and they'll be strings. All right. Then we want to use the or statement, the bar, and do the same thing, but we'll do A equals C. Give it some breathing room. More breathing room, and then say then. And so in this statement, we're going to remove file3 txt, and we'll say echo removed, put that in caps, removed file3.txt, and then we'll do echo only $, parentheses, and close the parentheses, and inside of it give some breathing room. I'm going to say ls file star.txt, and then outside the parentheses we're going to say remains. All right, and now let's go ahead and close this statement out. Let's say phi. All right, I'm saving it. And now let's clear this console so we have some working space. And we're going to /logic.sh. Now we can see it ran, but there's no output. And this is because all 3 of these files are different. Remember, we put 1 inside of file 1, 2 inside of 2, and 3 inside of file 3 before. Okay, so let's add some elif statements. All right, so elif inside of the phi, $A equals $B, and $A equals $C. Breathing room, semicolon, then. Now this statement is leveraging the and. So in this case, if either one of these are true, it will evaluate to true as a whole because it's or. This is an or statement. This is an and statement. So this one has to be true and this one has to be true in order for it to run the then statement. Okay. So remove file3.txt. It's going to be exactly the same as what we had in the above. echo removed file3.txt, and then echo only $ parentheses, breathing room, ls file star.txt space parentheses remains. Okay. Now I'm going to save and let's try to run it again. See if we have any errors. Logic. Okay. It ran, but there's no output. And that's because they're all three different. And so let's do the catch all with an else statement. Else, you say echo files, and we're going to do a $ parentheses and give it some breathing room. ls file star.txt breathing room art be same. And let's do this so they're all in one line. So let's ls-1. Let's do that for all of them. Okay, save. And now let's try to run it one more time. Okay, so now we can see files, file1.txt, file2.txt, file3.txt are not the same. Okay, that's expected, and that's because we already have determined we created the files and we put 1, 2, and 3 respectively. So let's change it and say echo 1 and put that into file3.txt. Now, since I'm doing just one redirect, it's going to overwrite the file. But if I did 2 redirects, it would append it to the end. We don't want to append it. So just a refresher there. All right, so now I'm going to run our logic.sh one more time. And you can see that this is file 1, file 2 aren't the same. Let's cat our file1.txt and cat file3.txt. They both read 1, so there must be something wrong with our logic. So let's look. If A equals B and A equals C, then we're going to remove file 3. If if B equals C or A equals C, and this is where the problem is. I'm missing a $. Okay, that should fix it. Now let's go back into our file and run it. Okay, so remove file3.txt because now only file1.txt and file2.txt remain. Okay, I made a mistake, and then we got to look into it and try to troubleshoot it. It happens. So I'm glad you got to see that, and we'll probably do some more in the future when we do a project. So I'll see you in the next video.